Alright, let's do this. Time to feed these hungry Steam Deck fans. Hello viewers, another beautiful day or night. Yep. Hope your five senses work, health and strength is good or excellent. Alright, now what I got for you guys on the gaming front here. What do we have? Let's go. Let's see here. No, pass on that. Forget that. Let's see. GameScope gets improved ROG Ally support, hints at more progress for SteamOS. Says here, Valve previously confirmed that they are indeed working towards a version of SteamOS used on Steam Deck for the ROG Ally / ROG Ally X. We're now seeing some of that get into GameScope. For those who don't know all the Linux lingo, GameScope is a microcompositor used by default on the Steam Deck and can be used on desktop Linux to manage the output in a game in a way that contain and then allow for any transformation on it, like adjusting resolution, and it says FSR, NIS upscaling, full screen and more, mode and more. Just recently Codes was merged by contributors into open source into the project, allow for configuring the display on the ROG Ally and newer Asus ROG Ally from the notes. And then it says this introduced a display configuration for a ROG Ally and ROG Ally X handheld. These devices feature the same 1920 by 1080 panel, which supports VRR, has a range limit of 48 to 120 Hz, and EDID. I tested the configuration on two separate units, ROG Ally SteamOS main kernel 6.8.12 valve 2-1 and ROG Ally SteamOS main kernel 6.11.2. Says both function exactly the same throughout multiple games with entire refresh rate slider within Steam to set expectation. This doesn't mean a SteamOS build for ROG Ally X are due anytime soon. It may still be a while. Anyway, alright, keep going here. Let's see here. Okay, where are we at? It says here, Space Marine 2 fixes online for Steam Deck but may need launch option on desktop Linux. Says here, Space Marine 2 recently broke online play on Linux Steam Deck, but the latest update should solve it, although it seems desktop Linux users will need a launch option. The breakage came from the 3.0 patch, which caused AVFR to appear and stopping Linux / Steam Deck players from accessing any of the online features. And then it says in the latest hotfix, there's these fixes: fix several crashes, fix heavy stutter on some CPUs, fix launch issues on Linux and Steam Decks, fix issues with dynamic resolution ultra-wide screen, fix issues with upscaler using wrong resolution parameters. Then it says, however, like we've seen from a few games over the last year, desktop Linux users have issues since the game appeared to look for Steam Deck specifically. To get around it, you need to spoof your desktop Linux to appear as a Steam Deck with this Steam launch option, Steam Deck =1 space % command %. So you can buy Space Marine on Fanatical, Humble, Steam. Alright. So you got to trick your PC into thinking it's a Steam Deck to play Space Marines. Alright. See what else we got here. Pair and Perils, combined deck building, dungeon crawling, with a card matching memory game. Okay. And so there's a demo on Steam with native Linux support. I played through it for a while today and it works great. And it says here, you probably played cards matching memory games before, but you have played them in the settings of a dungeon crawling deck builder before. Pairs and Perils has a fun idea. Here you have to try to memorize all the cards on the table to match up weapons and characters to attack enemies while avoiding damaging trap cards that will force you to skip a turn. There is enemy to battle who have a turn countdown until they attack, so you have to defeat them with card matching before you die. Alright. What else we got here? Gotta keep you guys in the loop. Okay. Zoom Platform Store announced new tools to run Windows games on Linux with Proton. Some fun news here. Zoom Platform, a game store that offers DRM-free games, both new and old, as well as helping update some older games, now offer a special tool for Linux gamers to run Windows games with Proton. This new tool, called Zoom Platform.sh, was built to include safety checks and handling updates, installing DLC, creating desktop entries, a simple uninstaller, and more. It's based on top of the new Unified Linux Wine game launcher, UMU, that recently had a first release, along with a Proton fix to entire everything worked as well possible. How many games from Zoom Platform will work with this new tool? They said we test our most popular game and we submit our own fix for any of them. Some works out of the box, some may not work at all. So pretty normal stuff of running Windows games on Linux with Wine/Proton. Zoom Platform do offer actual Linux games too, but this gives you the best of both worlds. They also recently celebrate their 10th anniversary of Zoom Platform. Anyway, let me get this out of here. Alright, now, gaming on Linux, what else you have? Okay, I covered that. Red Dead Redemption coming to PC October 29th. I already covered that today. Matter of fact, I jumped on it the moment I see it. So it will be available on Steam. Will you buy it? Hopefully it runs well with Valve Proton. So October 29th, Red Dead Redemption Part 1 and Undead. Alright. Let's see, Block Factory is basically a Lego factory automation game with diorama buildings. Okay. What's this? It says here, you have seen and likely played Factoria, Satisfactory, and no doubt seem to chilled out in Shape Z2. But there's a newcomer ready to suck your time away in Block Factory. This one is basically a Lego Block Factory and automation sim. They also obviously can't use the Lego name. I've been playing the demo on Kubuntu Linux with Proton 9 and it works beautiful. This is coming from overpowered teams that publish Shiro Unlimited. There's a few things that will set this one apart from the likes of Shape Z2, which is what it most similar to, for much more relaxed atmosphere. Just you and the factory and your mini convoy belt. Here's not only are you extracting blocks, but you also need to put them together manually in little mini building games. And then it says to make it clearer, you will set down pieces dispenser to pull up blocks from resource nodes and send them across the map on conveyor into various stacking machines. It's inside here that you manually drag blocks around and arrange them. It can also complicate since you will end up needing to do this across multiple stackers to end up with the exact shape needed at the end. So you'll stack certain blocks together to then stack multiple of those together later into another shape. And it's a quite brilliantly clever use of game mechanics here. And then it says here, then you move then you have more like gluing blocks together on their side. You may also need to cut certain blocks into different shapes to then combine or stick together later on. There's a lot of possibilities here, but based on the demo, they're really doing some great stuff with the ideas. Eventually, on each map, you build up a diorama too, so it gives you a fun little something to progress towards. And it says here, check it out on Steam. Check it out now at the Steam page, and that's called Block Factory. Yeah. All right. Anything else? All right. Now, let's see here. Whoops. Get this out the way here. See, I did this already. Let's see. Halo Infinite launches its new Halloween Operation content update. I'm gonna leave the video here. Let's see here. There's been tons of news about the future of Halo game franchise at Microsoft in the past few days. However, the team at the newly renamed Halo Studio is still offering free content update for the 2021 installment, Halo Infinite. This time, the new free operation update for the game is a holiday theme release called, of course, Halloween. In a post on Halo Waypoint site, it's described what players can expect. The biggest addition is Survive the Undead, a new firefight theme mode playlist that was inspired by Call of Duty zombie modes. It was created by the Forge Falcon, a team of dedicated Forge editors and users who have created 3 new maps for the Halloween update. And then it says here, one of the map is a Night of the Undead, which Halo Infinite Forge version of the classic zombie map, Natch Deer Untoden. Another map is Countdown of the Dead, which is a version of Countdown map from Halo Reach. Finally, there's an all-new map installation of the Undead. Across Survival of the Undead mode and playlist, the Halloween operation will include access to new Spartanstein armor set that can be unblocked in its operation pass. Finally, later on, there will be some new alpha zombies to take out. In the infection update, the Halloween operation will last until November 5th. And then it says November is also when Halo Studios working with Skybox Labs plan to add a third-person view mode in Halo Infinite. It will be added in a version of the game, Firefight mode, but will add later standard PvP multiplayer along with support for Forge Editor. It will not be made available for individual players to turn on and off, but instead it will be enabled at a mode level. Alright. Halo Infinite. Alright, what else we got? Keep you guys in the loop here. Let's see. I think I had something here too. Okay. Look like Dragon Ball Z is tearing up the charts. Alright, what else we got? Okay, Unreal Engine, obviously 5.5 is out now too. Yeah, Unreal Engine 5.5. Yep. And let's see, yeah. What else we have here? Oh yeah, Valve new Deadlock patch notes nerf Wraith and remove accidental wall hacks. Let's see here. It says here, new Deadlock patch notes from Valve nerf both Shadows Weave Wraith card tricks ability while making sure all wall works properly. In another day, that means new Deadlock patch notes. This time, Valve nerf Wraith card trick to stop it from steamrolling you, reduces Shadow Weave fires rate increase, and does it best to stop all the accidental wall hacks that are in ignorant terrains. Deadlock is still very much in its infancy, but that doesn't mean Valve isn't hard at work. And then it says, if you've been as deep in Deadlock as I have, you'll definitely have noticed that some accidental wall hacks can reveal enemies' silhouettes behind the veils. Luckily, this wasn't very consistent, and there have been some abilities like Yamato Flying Strike hooking enemies behind wall. The problem is pretty sporadic, but that doesn't mean it should stick around. That's why in a new patch from Monday, October 7th, Valve has fixed various cases where could target select units behind walls with abilities. Alongside the fix accidental wall glitch, Valve has nerfed both Shadow Weave and Wraith card trick. Shadow Weave fires rate increase has been dropped from 40% to 30%, and Wraith card trick spirit scaling has gone from 1.5 to 1.2. If you encountered someone playing Spirit Wraith in the MOBA in the last few weeks, you'll know they've been absolutely busted using the Wraith card, which is Telekinesis ULT was a dead combo, but now it should be nearly as potent. 1.2 is still quite high damage scaling, but now Wraith can steamroll other players as much. And then let's see here what it says. If you've been putting a lot of time into Valve new hero shooter, says found some of the MMR lacking, the team is looking for help. You can now give Deadlock matchmaking feedback alongside specific match IDs, with Valve investigating how unbalanced games can feel. Often it is as though the other team is either filled with experts or entirely new players, and this doesn't give a way to balance matches. Valve already promised that fixing Deadlock broken MMR, but it's going to be a long road to get there. If you're looking for some assistance in the Valve new MOBA, we've got a complete Deadlock character tier list alongside the idea of Deadlock cross your settings depending on how you want to play. Alright, anything else? Yeah, I got you guys, man. Let's see, what's this? Got two videos here. Let's see, Sonic Rumble won't include gacha mechanics as Sega say they're re-shunned in the West. The monetization model was designed from the beginning based on global standards. Says Sonic Rumble Sega forthcoming mobile PC game won't have gacha mechanics because they are not popular in the West. The 32-player battle royale will be free to play but won't be pay to win, with a season pass as its main monetization. We're aiming for a casual system that allow you to just buy what you want quickly for a small fixed amount. Another than gacha system that gives you a certain probability of obtaining items. Director Makoto Taste Tool Automation add Sonic franchise lead Takashi Lizuka in Japanese and Asian market. It's common to have to spend tens of thousands of yens in a game until you draw a rare character and finally get to move on, but this is not the case in the global market, especially for an action game like Sonic Rumble, where players should be able to enjoy the game on an equal footing. The starting point of this project itself was to make it a mobile game that would sell globally. Therefore, the monetization model was designed from the beginning based on the global standards. And then it says, instead players will spend in-game rings on cosmetics. And then it says, which will update daily. Rings are obtained through play to rise your score and double as in-game currency. Monetization through gacha mechanics. That is spending money for a random item, have not been very successful when it comes to games target towards worldwide audience for all ages, said Taste. Also, such mechanics tend to be shunned overseas, so we didn't think it was the right choice for the project. And then it says the game, Sonic Rumble has been developed with Angry Bird Studio Revo, with Sega acquired in 2023. Company profits have since been boosted significantly. The game is a Fall Guys cube battle royale with multiple modes for players to race through or battle for rings. It's set for release across mobile and PC this winter. The gacha comments are certainly interesting when compared to the likes of Square Enix. Its Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis game is rife with money-grabbing tactics, Although the company's latest financial report states its mobile games have been declining sales due to weak sales of existing titles, says the company has recently closed a number of mobile games in the West, including Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, which includes gacha mechanics. Notably, the Japanese version will remain in service. So, yeah, there. Sonic, and this is coming off a PC. This is called Sonic Rumble. So, you Steam Deck fans, you're good. Now, when it comes to Deadlock, you have to continue playing to get better, you know. When it comes to matchmaking, to get better in a first-person shooter, you have to play consistently, day by day, and always improving. Whether it's in your what's that word I'm looking for? Your reactions, your reaction speed, your aim, your shooting, your movement, you know, your aggressiveness, your tempo, speed. I mean everything. You know, you have to be playing on a daily basis to really get the hang of Deadlock. You're not gonna master it. You're not gonna master it overnight. So you have to continue playing in these first-person shooters to get better. You know, because the more you play, the better you get at it. So it doesn't just happen overnight. It's not just, you know, you just pick up a game and just you master it. Now you got to play. And then you know what? I'm gonna make a video on this and give you some advice. Anyway, I'm gonna lay this video for y'all to enjoy though. Got 2 videos in it, and I got you Steam Deck covers. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still Star Wars and Star Trek thing, or Dark Side. Go. Peace.